How's it going, Mike?
Fine, yourself?
Going fine. Looking good as usual.
Gotta keep healthy with the job I have.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so I guess the first question I have is how you got started in bowling.
Well, we used to live about a mile away from Bowl America Dundalk before it's now church, but that's where I bowled. But my aunt and uncle, when I was in the 60s, ran the youth leagues at Greenway East.
Okay.
So that's how I got started.
Yeah.
I bowled there and then went to Dundalk when we got older.
So at what age did you start? Did you bowl youth bowl
Yeah,
leagues?
I started in '66 and then I've been bowling ever since '69.
Wow, so it's about 50 years.
50 years this year.
Excellent.
Consecutive years.
Consecutive years.
Yeah, at least one league for every year.
Wow. So where did you first start your youth?
It was there.
It was
in
actually
'66 there.
Oh, okay.
And then '69, I don't think, until the early '70s. Then I went to Dundalk because it was a little easier because I could just walk to bowling instead of my mom and dad taking me.
Okay, great. Yeah, I guess we had a lot more bowling alleys back then.
Oh yeah, you know it was. All the ones I used to know were all closed.
Yeah. So as far as your adult leagues, when did you start?
Right after.
Right after.
Yeah, when I got out of high school, I started the adult leagues at Pinland, which
Pinland.
thankfully is still open.
Yeah. Did you bowl one night a week to start with, or
I'm not really sure. I think it was. Yeah.
one night? Yeah. And when you first got out of your youth leagues, do you remember what your average was?
119.
119. That's fine though for a first league.
Mm-hmm.
First adult league.
No, that was the last youth league.
Oh, last youth league.
Ever since I've been in adult league, it's carried 140 or better.
Wow.
Ever since.
Hmm. That's great.
Lucky. Been around a lot of good people to help.
Yeah.
That's what helps.
Yeah. Who were some of your influences?
Back then, I don't even remember, but my dad used to be my influence.
So he was
back
the one
then,
who
yeah.
got you started. Yeah. I was kind of the same way. My brothers got me into bowling. So.
He pushed because one time I came home and he said, "Would you shoot 3 what?" And that's the night I had my first 500.
Oh.
So.
Remember five?
No, I don't remember. It wasn't my first 500, but he always used to tease me about it.
Yeah. Did you get your 500 before your first 200, or was it vice versa?
I don't even remember. That was so long ago.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. So you bowled in the adult, was it a mixed league?
It was mixed league, yeah.
And when did you move to the pro leagues?
80. So I bowled in the pro league in '83, but held off on the tour so I to make sure I can carry it. And
Okay.
the year after carrying it in the pro league, then I went to the pro tour.
Okay. And do you remember what your average was approximately when you actually went to the pro tour? Before you were at 150?
43.
43.
143, yeah.
And what was how many tours did you bowl before you made your first cut?
Well, the first year I made my first cut in Hagerstown.
Oh, okay. So that was...
Because I was bowling with John Crunkleton, Roy Kachevsky Sr., and Patty Lacey.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Mm.
Pretty good.
Well, I knew John from Edgemere, so it helped. That was a lot, like, really relaxed that day.
Right. Mm. Yeah. You said Roy Kachevsky.
Senior.
Senior. Okay. And Patty Lacey, I remember.
Yeah.
Good bowler out of Baltimore, Virginia, wasn't it?
I think it was Baltimore back then.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. That's some group.
Mm-hmm. The three of the 4 of us made it.
Oh, that first?
That first, you know, because
Wow.
John was in my division. That's the only person I beat Sunday.
Oh. How many years did you bowl the tour before you won your first tour?
My first tour I won was in 1991.
91.
So it was 8 years.
And that was
Hagerstown.
Hagerstown.
Against
Okay.
Barry Eagles.
Very good. Okay, 'cause he won back-to-back tours.
Yes, he did. That was, I think it was the year he did it, or it was the year before that, yeah. Because he was the only one at that time that had it.
Hmm. Yeah. Something. So you were one of the few bowlers that's had a 600 stat.
Yeah, and I had it in '94, '95. At that time it was fairly Perry Parkway.
Perry Parkway. Okay. Do you remember what your games were?
Yeah, it was weird because with my wife and I always bowled the summer tour with Ian Martinelli and Dee Martinelli. I'd bowl my wife first, and then bowl with Ian the second shift, then we'd switch off. That time we decided to switch, and I bowled with Ian first. I had 227, 225, and 180 in the last game, but I was on a 200 pace through 5 until I missed the spare. So I had a chance at Jeff's set.
Wow. Do you sort of remember at what point that you figured you were really had a good shot at 600? Like, obviously after the second game where you had your second 200.
Yeah, when I was pretty much, Once I started the second game, I had a double early.
Okay.
So I was on a 200 pace early. So as long as I, kept, I was going. I would start thinking about the city records. I know Jimmy Flowers had it.
Oh.
At 6:24.
Okay.
So I had a shot at that. I didn't even think about Jeff's until after it was over.
And yours was 6:32. So did you mark in the last box?
I think 2 marks on the last 2 frames got it.
That got you the city record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jim Flowers.
And he'd just gotten it earlier that year too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's that's something.
And that's a shame Perrin closed.
Yeah, so you've managed to keep yourself in good shape. And so what kind of conditioning do you use to?
Just try not to eat late, because they say if you eat after 6 is where you keep a lot of the weight. And I'm always active. Play a lot of golf in the summer. Bowl. I was bowling 4 or 5 nights a week back then, and practicing.
Wow.
And then it settled into 2, and now it's only 1 because of the job. But the job keeps me busy.
Okay. Yeah, I guess
Working in a hot truck in the summer, you can't gain any weight.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you recently told me that you had a string of 3 200s in 4 games.
Yeah, in that area. This start this year.
So that was what were the games? Do you remember?
Yeah, 201, 203, and then the last one was the 206 for the first game the following week.
So it was actually 3 in a row.
No,
Oh.
200s and 154 to get to 557, and then the 206 the next week.
Oh, so 557, and then the other
522 was the other side.
Back to back.
Mhm.
And you were carrying.
163, 163.8.
Wow.
No, not anymore. But I looked at it the perfect attitude, so I knew I wasn't going to keep it. So I figured just have fun with it while it lasted.
Yeah, didn't you almost carry, or maybe you did carry 160 one year?
In the pro league, I had it for 38 or 40 weeks. I had 160 or better.
Wow.
Because I had that streak between that and Friday nights of 500 sets in a row.
7
Between
in
the
a
2
row.
leagues. Because I had 22 500 sets that year, 11 with both leagues.
Wow. Gee.
Well, it's because of the guys I bowled with. That helps out a lot.
Yeah. Do you prefer the slower pace or the faster pace?
Fast.
Fast pace.
But not ridiculous fast where you can't reset yourself.
Okay.
But not waiting either.
Yeah.
When it's your turn, you go ahead up the ball. Like what the pop button does now, ball for ball, is perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I hate the 2-lane courtesy stuff. It's
Right.
what's killed this game.
Okay. Yeah.
It's definitely killed this game. Because when I started at Greenway East, you bowled 6:30 and then 9:15, 6:15 and 9:30 leagues, and they were packed. But now you can't do it because 6:30 leagues don't finish till 10. It's just too late.
Yeah. It seems like that is a trend nowadays.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. What were some of your most memorable tournaments that you bowled in?
Well, the one I had, the one is when I won my 3rd tour stop at Hagerstown. I had my son with me. And that was when my wife was with me Saturday, and then my son with me Sunday. And she was kidding around. She says, why don't you start with a 200 on 3 and 4? And I did, and had 1 game on 3 and 4 the next day, and had another 200 on it.
Wow.
But I was at top seat, so we went played in the game room for a couple hours, and then I came back and pretty much over in here. Because the game was over in the 5th frame. I screwed up a 200 game.
Okay.
But I think I averaged 173 for the whole weekend that weekend. And then the next time, my dad never watched me win a tournament. I bowled the tournament out of Dundalk. I forget, I think it was the Wilson Blizzard Open. And he never saw me win a tournament. And he watched all the 5 games.
Okay.
So, and that was fun. And then, but one time I won the first Pro Tour stop, my wife was with me. And that was nice. She had a chance to see it. She's seen so many of them.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's the right.
And she knows my hand, the game like the back of my hand, so that's why I am the way I am. Because if I'm struggling, I just ask her, fixed.
Okay.
It's fixed right away.
Yeah. I've heard you mention that you ask people from time to time to just critique your game, so it's not like you're very open-minded from what I've
If you
seen.
don't ask, you're stupid, because you're always learning. It's like any sport, you're always learning.
Yeah.
You may not know you're doing something wrong, but say see it, and they tell you. And then, oh, it's right, I am doing that wrong.
Yeah.
You'll always take the advice.
Yeah. So
You'd be dumb not to.
very good quality.
And it doesn't matter who gives it to you either, a low average ball or high average ball, they can see what you can't see. And now,
something to build on.
now the key thing is just to have fun and relax.
Right. Yes. That's.
Because I remember when you were bowling in the pro league, back then I had a reputation for a bad temper. I had Steve Fogel on my team. He would never, ever let you get mad because he was a card cut guy. He was always making you laugh and all that.
Oh.
And that helped tremendously.
Yeah. Steve, you say Steve?
Steve Fogel.
Fogel.
Yeah. Nice guy to ball. Great team bowler.
Yeah.
Great team.
Wow.
But my game picked up when I got contacts in '92.
Okay.
That's when I really started doing a lot better.
Yeah, that's right, because the 1990 Fairlanes Classic, you were wearing glasses for the telecast.
Yep,
So
because I just won, in '91, I just won the tour stop at Holiday Lanes, and the following year was the first time with the contacts to bowl.
And you much prefer the contacts?
Oh, yeah, I could see a lot better, and because I had a tendency of trying to look over top of the glasses before,
Okay.
so it's a lot easier to see.
Was there a big adjustment period with going from glasses to contacts?
Oh, yeah, because I didn't have to worry about hiding my head up so high. I could look down further down on my spots.
Okay. Because I would think that something resting against your eyeball would be irritating.
It took a while, but I've gotten used to they're soft contacts. So when you're bowling, unless I'm tired, they get dry, just put drops in it. But other than that, you really don't know that they're.
Okay. Now your equipment for bowling, do you throw a heavy ball or?
No, I went just a few, 4 or 5 years ago, went back to 310s, 5 inches, because the 312s weren't working. I was tired of back row splits. So I went back to the ball I used back in the 90s when I was successful and starting to get some of it back.
Wow. Okay, so a 310, a medium's weight and 5-inch ball, or?
Well, they're cut down a little bit now because of arthritis in my hand, but barely 1/16 of an inch.
Okay. Yeah.
That way I don't have to squeeze it so tight and make it worse, so the arthritis has gotten a little bit better.
Right. Yeah, you have a long career though, so I mean, performing at top quality for at least 30 years, I'd say. It's
Well, it's because of the people I bowl with. No other reason why. And when you have that kind of comfort when you bowl in a tournament, you take that with you.
yeah, it's
Because I've been very lucky in the pro league in all those years being able to pick a lot of team bowlers. Even if we didn't win, team bowlers. If you're paying that kind of money, you want to have fun.
right.
And I've been lucky. We've won a lot of times.
You've been one of the higher averages, so you're always a captain.
Yeah, and always getting the last pick.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Well, we had that one year, '94, '95, where we set records. We had the 5-man team average of 725, and we were 83 and 37. That's a record for winning percentage in the 3-point system.
Do you remember who?
Yeah, I had myself, and I had Wilson Blizzard was the next highest, Billy Suka, Ray Fullwood, and Joe Brady.
Okay. Is that Wilson Blizzard Senior or
Junior.
Junior.
Junior, when he was at his heyday.
Okay. Yeah. And the last name was say, Joe Brady.
Joe Brady.
Joe Brady.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember Joe. He was a very even keel person.
But he was fun to bowl with.
Yeah, very much.
He was the quiet one, and then Wilson, myself, and Billy were the noisy ones.
Oh. Yeah.
But we had a lot of fun.
You've got 7. Do you have 7 tour wins or how many?
8.
8 wins.
8 wins.
Your last one was that last year or?
No, back in 14. I had back-to-back. I wanted, it was up in Rhode Island, and then White Oak back-to-back.
Okay. That's funny how time flies.
And it was 17 years in between that and the 6th one.
Okay, yeah.
So it was a while. And the best team bowler I've ever bowled was Joe Mancini. He could be bowling bad and rooting just as hard as if he was bowling good.
Wow.
He's one of the best guys you could ever have on your team.
Yeah.
Of all the guys I've ever had. I've had him, I made sure I at least picked him, I had him 3 times on my team. And he was that guy every time.
Wow. That's good.
That's a good guy to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I first started bowl 5 nights a week in practice, Middlesex used to have great Sunday specials. We used to always practice. And ever since I've been doing that, for all those years ago, you would carry 150 or better.
Wow. So when you practice, do you bowl like full games or do you just bowl?
Just bowl to bowl. And after that, a lot of times when they got rid of that, I bowled rock and roll.
Okay.
That's real good practice because you cannot see your spots.
Yeah, that's good for your concentration, I would imagine.
Yeah, 'cause now I just follow through towards the spot. I don't really look at it anymore.
Yeah.
Not with my eyesight, I can't see it.
Okay. Yeah.
At least when you're picking your head up that fast to look to see where it's going.
Right.
I've learned a lot. Went back to throwing a straight ball when I had shoulder problems. You know, so now I could bowl inside, outside, straight ball, curve ball, whatever I need to, you know, try to succeed, help my team out, or
Right.
help myself out when it comes to tournaments.
Okay. This is one of Mike's 4 cats, Gucci. He's unusual, but he's very, very pretty.
He's friendly. Like I said, you got him going.
Yeah. What would you say is a good advice, piece of advice to give to younger bowlers, like shooting wood and things like that? What would be your number one?
Especially when you miss a spare.
Okay.
Just throw the ball away.
Yeah.
Those pins add up.
Yeah.
Because I got a guy on my team, every once in a while gets frustrated and misses a spare, just picks up and throws it. And
Okay.
you can lose by that 1 or 2 pins.
Yeah, that's true.
But just learn from your mistakes, so next time a pin comes up, you're not gonna miss it.
Yeah.
Then you just gotta take your time. Because if I don't get down, when I get down, I'll make everything when it comes to singles, but I gotta get down. I don't do that all the time.
Right. I guess as you get a little older, it's harder to stay down too.
I got bad knees.
Okay, yeah.
The right knee more than anything, but the bad knee's been getting better lately on the left side. So
Okay.
that's why I bowled good last night. The last 2 games, I was really getting down and forcing myself down.
Yeah.
It was a lot easier to throw the ball and didn't have to throw it as hard.
Okay. Right.
And you don't have to throw it through the mat to score.
Would you say your first ball or your second ball is the most important ball in bowling?
First, because you got to give yourself a chance on the second ball. Because even if you get a break off the head pin still, you've got to make an adjustment. Just because you got a break doesn't mean you threw a good ball.
Right. Yeah.
You got to really pay attention to what's going on. That's why when I bowled in a lot of tournaments in the Pro Tours, I used to get up early to see how the lanes were breaking. See what would work, straight ball, hard ball, curve, or whatever.
So your flat ball, that pretty much neutralizes whether it's a dry lane or a fast lane? Or...
Oh yeah, that or oily lane. Oily lane, the ball slide.
Okay.
So if I had an oily lane, I'd be throwing straight balls, especially at the spares.
Right.
And if you got an oil lane, you just got to throw it a little further out, that's all.
Okay.
I mean, the dry lane, you got to throw it a little
Dry
further
lane.
out. Because I one time with the shorty Deborah Open down at White Oak when it was dry as a bone. Because if you didn't pay attention, I throw a curve from the left side. I hit 7-pin one time in practice because I didn't get it out. And readjusted and wound up shooting a ton.
Hmm.
It makes you concentrate more when you know you've got to stay ahead of the conditions.
Yeah.
And it was dry that day.
Okay. Yeah.
But you figure I got 47 tournaments, so trying for 50.
47.
47,
tournaments.
including the Pop Wit and the Pro Tours and then all the other tournaments.
So the open tournaments, summer tours, things like that, or you bowl those much?
Well, I didn't count the summer tours because I didn't think they were sanctioned, so I didn't really count
Oh, so you've actually got 47 wins?
them.
Hmm. That's really impressive.
It's harder to do it because of all the because I got a lot of high qualifiers in the Pop Wit and the Pro Tour. That's hard to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure. Yeah. So some of those open tournaments, what was the most games you bowled in an open tournament to win? Like 10
A lot of
games?
them were 7s.
7 games?
Yeah, a lot of them were 7-game tournaments.
Yeah. Okay.
Most of them, you know, remember, I used to like bowling with old Glen Burnie. And
Okay.
I finished first, second, third out of there 3 times I ever bowled out of there. I like that house.
Wow.
And I threw 208 the last game to beat out Jimmy Vest by 1 pin.
Oh.
He was aggravated because he figured he had it.
Yeah.
I threw 2 doubles that wound up winning that game. I think it was 2 doubles where I threw a 4-bagger to win at the end. But that's why I always like to bowl the last shift. When you're bowling in the tour, to see what you need to qualify, and then if you're doing real good, then you can see what the high qualifier is.
Okay.
But you gotta try to qualify first.
Yeah. How many? What's the most strikes you've thrown in a row?
Well, when I had, well, it was 2 games, but I had 2 7-baggers. But when I had the 227 and the 225, I finished the first game with a 4-bagger and started the next game with a 5-bagger.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
had 19 strikes that night. And that's
19?
19 strikes, 6 pairs.
Wow.
I had everything, double, triple, 4, and 5-bagger.
Hmm. And a 5-bagger.
And I had a mad wife because I shot 388 the next shift with her.
Oh.
But I redeemed myself at Owings Mills. I had 579 with her the last night of the summer tour, so we qualified. So she was happy. And that's the other time I had back-to-back 200s. that was on the back end.
Okay. So was you had the 632, was 579 the next highest, or have you had one between? Have you had anything like 580 or better?
No, 557 has been pretty much it.
So yeah, it's mostly just been, when you shot 500, it's been
Between 500 and 530.
30 or so.
Yeah.
It's still.
No, a couple years ago in Mount Airy, I had back-to-back 546. And I had a chance both weeks in the last frame to get to 555 and didn't get it. So that helped. Because that's when I was saying, oh, I might have to retire, because I had it at 40, I was really struggling. And then after those 2 weeks, it was 45, so I didn't have to worry about retiring. And luckily, the team wound up winning all 6 games, so that's what's even better.
Right.
But,
Okay.
yeah.
Huh.
But the guys in the league make it fun too. A lot of older guys in the league. That's why I stay out there.
Yeah.
It's more fun,
Okay, good.
especially nowadays. They don't pay as much, but you have more fun.
Right.
Yeah, my first impression of the Pro Tour, I was lucky enough the ball against next to Jimmy Deach in the Pro Am.
Oh, really?
I love that. And that was when he was near his end of his career, and I was just starting it with Montana.
Okay.
That was nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I met his wife a lot when we used to bowl tournaments down at her place before she sold it.
Okay, yeah.
And now Tom Osborne has it. He's got it hitting again.
Yeah, he's doing well with it.
He has.
Yeah.
Because I'll bowl there when the pop one goes back.
Okay.
And I don't mind the 2-hour drive. He's done a lot. Dave Richardson out of Greenmont's done a lot. Chris Roth now is part of the ship with Glenn Burney. He's done a lot. So the independents are anything saving this game right now.
Yeah. I think George.
And all the work that Joe does in that area.
George Sloan.
Hey, George,
took over for Ralph Curry.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, that's what I forgot about White Oak, yeah.
Right, so that's another independent,
Mhm.
young ownership now.
Yeah, but AMF doesn't care.
Yeah, we've sort of gotten away from league bowling, but I've heard that they're trying to get back to leagues now.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I really hope so. Because you got a lot of kids like John D'Antonis' son wound up winning the Pop Wing last month.
Right,
Ted
I
Penland.
heard about that, yeah.
I gave him my best and he beat me.
Oh.
Yeah, I ran a strike and 4 singles right at him, and he beat me 170 something, 157.
Wow.
So it wasn't that I lost, I just got out bowled. The kid was good.
You're in his division, or was that a
Yeah.
bracket? Okay.
No, that was the head-to-head. That was the head-to-head. Because I was second in my division.
Oh, so that was the bracket.
Yeah, because I remember I started horrible. I had 112 against Buddy Turner, and then wound up shooting 769. So I turned it around to make a, excuse me.
Right.
So, but Colby bowled great. He earned every bit of that.
Hmm. Yeah.
But that's our future. And if they don't support it, what are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think he bowls out. His youth leagues were out Southwest.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You know, I think that's about everything I can think
Okay.
of for today, Mike. If I have other questions or topics comes up, I'd have to talk again with you.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I always enjoy talking with you. I still remember the picture you got. You, me, Ira Room, Frank Turner.
Oh.
I think Buddy Creamer was in that picture too.
Yeah, that was, I took the picture, but it was, yeah, Jeff, Mitch,
Oh, okay.
yeah, Mitch Lewinsky.
It was the last year that we bowled out of Longmeadow.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
Remember
Steve
that.
Ivorone and,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I forget who the other person was, but yeah, yourself.
Yeah, it's a shame that Longmeadow closed up.
Yeah.